Hello everyone, my name is Ricardo Boaro and I'm Embarcadero MVP Brazil. Today I'm going to talk about Introduction Connection Mobile Application iOS and Android on DataSnap servers. As you can see here, I have my schedule. Here I have some topics, and the first topic is a question. What is DataSnap? I will see that is in our next slide. And the second topic, I have other question. Why is DataSnap important for mobile? Many DataSnap technologies in on, and finally the last two topics are create my first DataSnap server and create mobile applications iOS and Android. This is two last topics I will create some example for us. Okay, here we are. Before I begin my presentation, I will leave a question for yours. Why should I use DataSnap? I want yours think about these questions, and I will give the answer to these questions during my presentation. On finally my presentation, I will return for this slide for hours talk about this question. Okay? On the next slide, I have my first question. What is DataSnap? DataSnap is a powerful framework. DataSnap was created for we can create applications, any tier applications, and DataSnap is the framework very used for this, because here in the middle layer we have our DataSnap services application, and this side I have enterprise data. This database can be enterprise data can be Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL, Interbase, and others. And here in my client device, in this side of client, I can be operation system Windows, macOS, iOS, Android, and other operation system. Yes, other operation system, because DataSnap support other technologies that use JSON. I can have a client Java, I can add a client PHP. Only need support JSON. Okay, very easy and very fast to do these applications. We can see more details about this technology in our examples. On the next slide, I have my other question. Why is DataSnap important for mobile? DataSnap is very important for mobile because it's very very fast to create connections between my DataSnap servers in my mobile applications. I will start a new examples, and we can see why I said is very easily and very fast. Okay. On the next slide, I have this topic: many DataSnap technologies is on, which means that I can create a DataSnap server with support REST, using socket, using web broker. It's very easily and very fast. And finally, on the next slide, I will start my example, and I prefer explain these questions, all these questions, in my exercises. Okay, let's go. Now I will return for our RAID Studio XC5, and I will select the first options of my main menu, File, New, Other, and the idea is create our first DataSnap servers. Okay, for this I will select these options, and here in Delphi DataSnap servers I will select these options. Notice that I have DataSnap REST applications and have two DataSnap web broker application. But for this example I will use DataSnap server. I click then on the next OK button, and here Delphi show us some options, the type of projects I can create in my service. I can create a VCL form, a console application, or service application. For this example, I will use VCL forms application. I click on the next button, and here I have server features. This features is very important because here I can change some features or add other features for to do our DataSnap server support. Here, for example, protocols TCP/IP, HTTP, HTTPX. I can select the authentication, authorization, filters, encryption, compression, and generate JavaScript files or mobile connectors. For this, our example, I will leave by default the filters default, and so I will click on the next button again. Here in this screen, I can select what is the port number I will use for my DataSnap server communicate with my client mobiles application or other applications. My applications don't need to be a client application. Sure, I can have other applications, other kinds of applications. But for this example, I will leave the default, that is 211. I will text the port, clicking in the button, and OK, my port is ready, and I can click again on the next button. In this other screen, Delphi show us, ask for us what is our server methods ancestor for our server method class. I will use for this example TDS server methods, okay, server modules, sorry. And here, this is the last screen of configurations, my server. I will click and finish button, and we can see that Delphi create for us our first DataSnap servers. I have here my main form. In this main form, I will put a component panel only for identify that is my server when this running. Here in caption, I will change for DataSnap server is running. Okay, I will change the font. I will select other font. Okay, no problem, and I can. Okay, this interface for my main form, our DataSnap server. Now I have two server methods units, and I have server containers unit. In this component, the TCP server transport, I can change the number of ports I use for connect with my clients. By default, 211. I will leave this, but here I can change. Okay, here I have other components, and here in server method unit I have some methods that I will use for text our application with our client applications. Okay, so here I have reverse string and echo string. Okay, it's important to say that I don't need to do anything else because Delphi already all the configurations necessary for our server. I'm going to save this project here. I'm going to save in this folder. I have many tests here, and I will have server 3. Okay, server method unit 1. Okay, and now I will save all my project. Server container unit 1 and my first form, and my projects are to write DataSnap server. Okay, here I have my project manager, and here we are our server created. Okay, now I will create a new mobile application. I will select these options, our project group, and right mouse button, click on right mouse button and select add new project. In any add new project, I will select Delphi projects, and here I will select FireMonkey mobile application. Click OK button, and I have a screen that I can select many several kinds of applications. Here, for our example, I will use blank application. I will click OK button, and here we are. I have here my first mobile application. In this case, I have a skin of Google Nexus 4, but you can see it's very easily I changed this skin for others cell phones. In this case, I have iPhone, iPhone 5, iPad, and other skin. For this first example, I will use iPhone. Okay. So now I will save this project. I will click here with right mouse button and select Save As. I will save in the same folder I saved our DataSnap server. I will create a new folder is better because my project is better organization. New folder client, and now I have my main menu, main form, and here I have my application with the name DataSnap Client. Okay. Now my server, my DataSnap server is running. My DataSnap client is created. What I need to do now for connect this application client mobile application in my DataSnap server is running here. The first thing I need to do in this applications is create a new connection with my DataSnap server. For this, I will click with right mouse button here in my Data Explorer and select Add New Connection. In Add New Connection, I have that to write the name in this connection, code range in this case for this example, and here Delphi shows us some filters I can configure. In this case, I will use by default protocol TCP/IP because this is the same protocol I used in my DataSnap server and the same role for port. How our server, DataSnap server, is using 211, that is by default, I will leave this same port. Here in host name, I need to write what is the IP address valid for my machine. In this case, my machine, my virtual machine, have this address IP. I will to write here, and so now I will test my connection. Click test connection. Okay, my connection with my server is okay, and the next step is drag this connection for my form. In this option, Delphi create for us a component SQL connection. Okay, driver DB Express, and here DataSnap. So I will try again our connection, change this property for true. Okay, my connection is ready. Okay, now I want to test my connection between my server, my DataSnap server, and my DataSnap client. For this, I will use a function, a method that is here in my server methods unit, and this method is this reverse string. I will put two more components here for test this method. So let's go. I use edit and I will use button. Okay. I use this method server reverse string. I need create the implementation this method here in my client. But how I do this? Easily, very fast. I click with on my SQL connection on my right mouse button and select Generate DataSnap class client classes. And here Delphi create for us, as you can see, proxy classes. Okay, this I have the implementation of my server, the methods of my server, and here we are reverse string. Okay, I will save this new unit with the name proxy. Okay, now I will use this unit for that I can see the methods here. For this I will select main menu, use unit, okay, proxy, okay, here we are. And now I will to write a small code for this example. I will use here my proxy receive this class. I will copy and paste here. Okay, dot create the name of my connection, code rage bbx connection, and here I will use an refactor for declare variable. Okay, and now I will write my edit one onto dot text receive dot reverse string edit one. Okay, but edit one, and here I will release the memory. Okay, but before I test this method, I create the instance of my server method unit here in my client. I need test this if this connection code rage is active. For this, I will use this little and sample code. If not, code rage and connect that. I will create my connection. Okay, I will compile my client, my DataSnap client, and my DataSnap is okay. Okay, my DataSnap client is building, and now I will test this little and sample example. For test, my first test I will select here in target platform target platform is where I can change my target. In this case, I have Android, I have iOS device and iOS simulator. For this test, how I use in skin of iPhone, I use select iOS simulator. Here I have my Mac machine with simulator running, simulator iOS running, and emulator Android running too. For this example, I will test first in this iPhone. So I select here and I click with right mouse button here and run without debugger. And some seconds, my application is appear here in my iPhone client. Here are splash screen FireMonkey, and when I to write test, or is better code rage, here in my edit and click this button, not see that my string was reversed because my connection with my DataSnap server is okay. Okay, very easy and very fast. Now let's go. I will return to my Delphi. Here I have a message of Delphi that say please switch the machine for iOS simulator is ready, okay? And now I will select the other target platform, in this case Nexus Android, that is my emulator that is running in my Mac machine. I will do the same thing I did with this option, this example, when I compile and run my example with iOS simulator. I leave my example run here in my iOS simulator, and now I will click right mouse button here in our project and select run without debugger. Okay, the Delphi will compile my application and run this application in my simulator. Okay, some minutes because my Mac machine is fast, but my virtual machine is very slowly in this case. The Delphi is doing the deploy with my emulator Android. Note that I don't change my skin for Nexus 4, but no problem. The project will run the same way. I will return for my Mac machine, and now we can see in some minutes, some seconds, my example run in here my Android emulator. Okay, it's a great difference, a big difference between emulator and simulator. Here we are, my application is running here in my emulator of Android, and I will do the same test. I will to write code rage and text my server, DataSnap server, and here we are, my DataSnap is response for my application DataSnap client. Okay, now I will go back for my Delphi and I will show for you other example that I can create my class proxies. Here in this example I create our class proxies. Click on right mouse button in my component SQL connection and select generate DataSnap client classes. But there is other way that create this client classes proxy. And for for show you this example, this other way, I will select another project, click with right mouse button here in my project group, and select add new project. I will select the same project, FireMonkey mobile application, blank application 2, and here I will access my main menu, Delphi main menu, and select Delphi file new other. In other, I will select DataSnap. In DataSnap, you can see that now I have others options. This happened because my server DataSnap is running. If I cancel this option and stop my server, when I access again my file new other and select DataSnaps, if I don't have the project with a server, these options don't appear in my context. So I will leave my server DataSnap server running, and here I will select again file new other DataSnap and select this first option, DataSnap client modeling. In this screen, Delphi show us two options for me. Select where is my server, if my server is local server or remote server. In this case, I will leave local server, and next button. Here I have 4 options. When I can change for DataSnap standalone server, that is our case, but can't have also web broker standalone server or IIS model, or I don't know. In this case, DataSnap standalone server. Click next button. My protocol in this case is TCP/IP, but can be HTTP. Next button. The port by default 211. If I have authentication, I can text my authentication here to write my username and password, and finish. With this operation, I have here two new units that Delphi create for us. On these units is our DataSnap proxy class. You can see that here Delphi created client classes unit 1, that is our proxy class, and the client module unit 1, that here I have my SQL connection. The same way I have here, but here I put with these options, Data Explorer and select drag code range. Okay, so this is other way I create my client proxies. I prefer create with right mouse button, but here in my file new other DataSnap and select the first option, I can create 2. Okay, I will save this option, my other project. I save has the same folder I saved other projects. I here a new folder, client class. Okay, and now I will create a last project because my time is leaving, and in this project I will create a new project again. I have my 2 projects running with my Mac machine. Okay, here I close my connection with my server because I finished my server, but I can't running again this option, and I want to create other project with right mouse button again in my project group and select add new project. This project I will select Delphi project and FireMonkey desktop application. I will leave HD FireMonkey application And here I can do the same thing I did in other projects. I will drag my connection with my server here, and I will add two more components, one edit and one button component. And I want to do the same code I did in other project. For this, I will copy this code, okay, here, select my code, copy and paste here in my new project, desktop, FireMonkey desktop. I will create my class proxy with right mouse button on my component SQL connection, generate DataSnap client class, here we are, and I need to use this class in my project, Unity 1 in this case, okay, Unity 1, oops, sorry, Unity 1, and I will text my project with building, compiler, okay, here we are, and now I will run this project in my Mac. What I need to do for run my project here in my Mac, this project that I created now with FireMonkey desktop application. I will change my target platform. For this, I will click right mouse button again and select Add Platform. In here, I will select OS X, and here are my other target, and I need only select run without debugger again. And this project, FireMonkey desktop application, will connect in my server DataSnap. Here we are, my text, and I will write code range again, and here we are, the same project, the same font running in others devices, in others machines, and I don't need to do anything else because Delphi did all for us, okay? I will save this project and same folder, create a new folder here, FireMonkey, okay, and now I will return for my presentation, okay? I have one question for answer for you in this question, okay? Here are my question. I did when I began my presentation was why should I use DataSnap? I certainly in that use knows what is the answer, because DataSnap is the best and most powerful filters of Delphi and the powerful framework. With it I can have our distribution application and further gain performance and local applications. There is no doubt that DataSnap is the best options for connection between enterprise databases and mobile devices. It's very easy, very fast. In this example, we have the same project, the same code running in three operation system difference. Here Android, here iOS, here Mac. Is very easy. I don't need to do anything. Only change this target platform and ready. Delphi running in many platforms. So for me, this question about why I need to use Delphi and DataSnap in my application is more, I think that question is more that to answer. DataSnap is the future. Okay? Boom, let's go. I will finish my application. My time finished. I have Here, my email, my blog, my Twitter. Thank you for your attention. I hope you everyone enjoying. Any question unanswered during the event, please let me know. Send an email and visit my blog, as I will be creating a series of videos on DataSnap with Delphi XC5. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.